Hello everyone. It's Brenda with Busy Bees Custom Creations. Hope you guys are all doing well. So today I thought I would make a little video here of this door hanger that I got from one of my wholesalers. It's about 18 by 18. You can do this with my metal 12 by 12 signs, 10 by 10 signs. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to show you how we're going to just dress that up a little bit. So I have some lamb's ear here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this, if I can. There we go. And it does have these little areas, indents, that make it easier to cut. So, need those. So the first thing you can do is just basically take these and take some of this bind wire and just wrap that together. Okay, you can use bind wire, you can use any wire, you can use, basically anything you want. I'm just going to take that and wrap it together. Okay. Now, if you wanted a simple design, we're just going to make a little bow. Get my bow maker here. And I'm just going to use this black and white ribbon. This is from Sam's or Costco, one of those. Okay, so we're just going to make a basic little bow here. I don't want it to be too big. I don't want it to overpower it. So I'm going to do about an 11-inch tail. And I'm just going to do a basic bow. And I think I'm going to do about, 5 inches. Okay, so you want to take that and twist. I can bring this in a little bit so you can see it. Okay, you want to twist that to get the pretty side up. Again, we're going to go 5 inches, push it down. I'm going to take it and twist. Okay, push that down and twist your ribbon. And it is hard to tell, but this does have a nice side and a not so nice size. Okay, again, twist that ribbon. Okay, so I think I'm just going to do a basic 3, 2, 1 bow. So there's 3 loops at 5 inches. Then I'm going to do 2 loops at 4 inches using the same ribbon. You can change it up if you want. I'm just going to keep it the same here. Okay, so there's 2. On that side, again, twist. 2 on this side. Then we're going to do 1 loop at 3 inches. And twist. 1 loop at 3 inches. And that's it. Okay, we're going to take our zip tie. We're going to get another piece of that bind wire, just a little piece. We don't need a big piece. Okay, you want to make sure it's under all of your ribbons. Tie that up. Okay, and pull that off. Okay, pull that off. We're going to set this to the side. You see where that indent is, where that ribbon was. You're going to pull your zip tie over to that, and then you're going to pull it to the back. And before you tighten it anymore, you want to add that piece of bind wire so you have something to hook it. Okay, tighten it just a little bit more. Then we're just going to fluff our bow. Okay, we're going to bring those 3 loops out. Okay, 2 loops and 1 loop. I'm going to do the same thing for this side. And the key really is to open up those loops. Okay, 2 and the 1. Okay, so we're going to tighten that up and cut that off. Okay, so now what we'll do is we're going to take this little bow and we're just going to wrap it right around in the center of that lamb's ear. Okay, 1, 2. All right, then we're going to take our sign, and the wire left over here, I pre-drilled some holes here. So you're just going to feed it right through those holes, like that, and tie that on. Okay, so that is just a little basic, all year round kind of little door hanger. Okay, now my daughter would love something like this. Okay, she's very, not simple, but likes like the farmhouse, that kind of thing. So this is one way you can do it, right? I would cut these off a little bit, make them shorter even. Okay, so let's cut these down because I don't want them to cover up the wording. There we go. Whoop, and I cut them wrong. Okay. All right. So that is one way to make this. See, it's nice and simple, plain, like that. All right. Now we're going to add a little bit more. So that's number 1. So number 2, you can take the same basic lamb's ear here. Cut that down. Okay. Then what we can do is, again, wrap that together. Nice and tight. Okay. Then what we can do is we can add to it. Okay. So say you like the purple, you can use lavender or whatever. So we'll take a couple of sprays of this. We're going to take it and push all of the leaves up. And you just really need enough of the stem to tie it on. Okay? So now we can take some of these little purple sprays, different lengths, kind of together, and you don't have to use all of these. I'm going to take some of these leaves off. It's a little too much. Okay. I'm going to add that maybe in different lengths like that. Take these off. Put this down there. Take some bind wire or some regular wire. Whoop. You always want to pull your bind wire from the center. Again, you're just going to wrap it around like that. So that's one side, and we can do the same thing on this side. Okay, take some of these leaves off, cut a couple more. Okay, you can put as many or as little as you like. So we're going to do that side, and then we're going to take and do the same thing over here. This one's a little longer. Take some of the leaves off of there. Like that. Okay. Tie that together. Okay, and then again, just put this together. And you can use that wire that's already there and wrap that together. Okay. So you're just adding a little bit of color. To that lamb's ear. Okay, and if you need it tighter, you can just take some regular 26 gauge wire and wrap that all together. Okay, so you're just going to take that and wrap that really well around, and the same on this side. And if some of these stems are a little long and sticking out, you can just cut those off. There we go. Okay. Like that. This stuff makes a mess. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, so we have our little bundle here. Now if you want to take the floral wire, you can. You don't need to because it's going to be covered. Okay, kind of fix those a little bit. Okay, so now let's make a little bow for this. So keep these leaves if you want. Okay, so I have this little purple and white ribbon. We're going to do the same thing, make a little bow. Now if you want the bow bigger or smaller, it's up to you. This was ribbon that I got at AC Moore before they closed. Okay. Again, cut that. I'm just going to do a little. Okay, again, you can make your bow bigger or smaller. We're going to do the 5-inch loops. On each side. Okay, now you can use 2 colored ribbons. You can use 1 colored ribbon. It's totally up to you. Let me zoom you in a little bit more here. Again, you're going to twist that to get the pretty side up. This time we'll do a 4, 3, 2, 1. So we'll do 4 loops at the 5 inches here. So the other bow we did a 3, 2, 1 bow. This one we're going to do a 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we have 3 loops at 5 inches. We're going to do 1 more loop here. Okay, so we have 4 loops at 5 inches there. And we're going to twist it, and we're going to do 3 loops at 4 inches. So we're going to bring it in 1 inch on each side. So again, 4 inches. And twist. 4 inches. And twist. we're doing 3 loops here with this size. I'm going to make sure you do that twist. Okay, so there's our 3 loops at 4 inches. Then we're going to bring it in again to 3 inches. So we're just bringing it in each time we go to the different number of loops. So here we have 3 inches. We have 1 loop. Do another loop at 3 inches. Twist. Okay, so there we have 2 loops at 3 inches. Now we're going to do 1 loop on each side at 2 inches. So this is going to be a little bit bigger of a bow than the last one. Again, there we go. So we have 4 inches or 4 loops at 5 inches, 3 loops at 4 inches, 2 loops at 3 inches, and 1 loop at 2 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to get this one out of the way. Again, we're going to get our zip tie and make sure you're under all of those ribbons. Tie that up, pull it off. Okay, you see where that indent is there? You're going to bring your zip tie over to where that indent is and pull it to the back. And then get a piece of bind wire. And we're going to stick that in. Tighten it up so your bow doesn't fall apart. And now you're going to fluff your bow. Okay, down. Go with the 4 loops. So this is just going to be a little fuller of a bow. 3 loops. You want to put them in between those other loops. 2. Pull those loops where you want them, and then the 1. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing to this side. We're going to spread out those loops, straighten that ribbon as we go. Open up those loops. Okay. Then 3 loops. I like to use 2 hands when I do this. 2 loops and 1 loop. Okay. And we're going to tighten that up good. That off. We're going to get our little bundle here, and we're going to put our bow right in the center like that. Tie that around good. Okay. And we're going to take our board. And again, just loop it on. Okay, so you can have, like so you can see this bow's a little fuller. Just bend these down. You can pull these out a little further. Pull your bundle out so you can see it a little better. Okay, so you can really use the same board, and you can just switch it up a little bit. Okay, so you can add spring colors, You can leave it plain for all year round. Add some color. You can do it with blues and oranges and yellows and really whatever you want to use. If you don't want to use lamb's ear, you could use something like this. It's got a little more zing to it. Now you could just use this and cut it up and put it on each side with a bow. Okay, so there's lots of things you can do with these, with my 12-inch round ones. Really, it's totally up to you. Like I said, you can add different colored flowers for different seasons. You can just leave it plain, a black and white, something like that. So here's the black and white one again. Okay, something like that. Or like I said, if you want to add a little color, add something like the purple for spring, anything like that. Again, we don't want that covering, but isn't that cute? So real quick and easy project. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a wonderful night, and thanks for joining me today. God bless you, and I will see you back here soon. Bye.